Mr. Fet.
Hi.
I'm Miss Amadella. I'm the principal.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Miss Organa. She's a special ed teacher.
Me too.
This is Mr. Kenobi, Jason's English teacher. And then that is Mr. Skywalker, and he's a vocational teacher. So if we could all have a seat, and we'll get started. So let's start by reviewing Jason's goals from last year.
Okay, so Jason, you had 4 goals that we were working on from last year. The first one was getting to class on time. So, were you able to make it to all your classes on time?
I think so. I mean, I ride my skateboard. I remember being in class, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
Jason made it to all my classes on time. He's been doing a great job.
Awesome, great. Yeah, and our input from your other teachers say you're making it to your classes on time, and it looks like after a couple weeks we stopped giving you that extra time between classes because you were making it there on time. You're doing a great job. So I think that's a goal we definitely achieved. We gave him this extra time and he was able to make it.
So does he still need that extra time on there?
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does.
Good job.
And I think that's something that we can totally nix and replace with a more challenging goal for you. So our next goal we had was staying on task in classes. So how do you think you're doing with that?
I mean, I think I did pretty okay. I mean, whenever we do assignments and stuff, I would always be working.
Okay.
Every once in a while, Jason, you zone out just a little bit. So I think something we could do to accommodate Jason is I could get a stopwatch for him, set it for a half hour, and every time, or maybe even 10 minutes. And like you would work for 10 minutes, after the stopwatch goes off, you get a minute of drawing time, or free time.
I do like drawing.
Sketch, whatever you want to do.
What do you do usually during that time when you are maybe not focusing on your schoolwork?
Well, I like drawing. I like art and drawing, and that's, I don't know, just
Okay, great.
seems to happen.
All right, well, we'll have the stopwatch. Stopwatch goes off, you can draw. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
So every 10 minutes, you'll get that break, and then you'll go back to your schoolwork and get stuff done, so that when you get to my class and you get to study skills, maybe you won't have to hurry and try to get through it, so you don't have some homework.
Okay.
Great.
But I think it'd be important too if we can get him into maybe an art class so he has time to actually draw, where he doesn't feel like he has to squeeze it into the rest of his classes. Maybe that'll help out some too.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like this last year we put you in Art 1. How'd you like that?
I loved art. It's fun drawing and painting. It's great.
Yeah, and so it looks like we do have Art 2, which is a more advanced class. So we can work on getting you into this class for next semester so that he can have that time to work on his stuff in a class just for drawing and painting. How do you think that sounds?
I guess it sounds all right.
I would highly suggest taking that class. The art program at the local community college loves when their students have taken multiple years of art.
Okay.
And you're wanting to go into art when you maybe go to college?
Yeah, or something. I love drawing, so I'd love to do something with that.
Great. So I think this is a really good goal, getting you into that art class and making sure that you stay on task. So our next goal, it looks like we had, was staying on task when doing your homework. It looks like we had down that you would stay on task 80% of the time on homework. Were you able to do that?
I really don't remember much.
Okay.
Yeah, when I get home, it's just kind of like home.
Okay, do you usually get your homework done for the next day?
Sometimes not. Sometimes I prefer to just draw.
Okay, Mr. Fett, are you home when Jason's doing his homework? Are you able to monitor him at all?
Unfortunately, I'm not as home as much as I'd like to be. Designing a new vent shaft cover for the Death Star, so it's been trying at work. I don't get to spend as much time there as I'd like to. Maybe you guys talked about this stopwatch thing. Maybe that's something we can do at home as well. You think that's something we could try?
Yeah, definitely. We can make sure that Jason has that access and to bring a stopwatch home and the ability to do so that you can time yourself when you're doing your homework at home. Does that sound all right?
I guess that could work, yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
at home you could have more time with a stopwatch and more drawing time since you're at home. You can be a little more comfortable. So instead at school you have the 10 minutes, maybe at home you could do the 30.
Okay.
And then have 10 free time.
Okay. To draw. Right?
Yeah, draw, sketch, whatever, paint, whatever you want to do.
And how long does it usually take you? How much homework do you usually have?
Depends. 3 to 4 pages.
Okay, so how long does it take you? Maybe an hour?
Yeah, like an hour.
Okay, so if we are making sure you're staying on task and you do 30 minutes of homework, have 10 minutes of drawing and do another 30, maybe you can be done in an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes. Do you think that sounds like a good goal to set so that you can have the rest of the night to do whatever else you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think that, how do you think that sounds, Mr. Fet?
Sounds like a plan. Let's go with that one, and we'll just see how it works. And
Great.
see if we need-
And then we can make sure that you can have your time to do your drawing, or to make yourself some dinner, or to do some laundry.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Great. So our fourth goal, or our last thing that we need to talk about, is that of transportation. How do you make it to school every day, Jason?
My skateboard. I like my skateboard. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. And I've seen you skateboarding, and it looks like you're having a great time.
Right.
So what do you do in the winter months? How do you get to school that way?
Well, I usually just try to bundle up. I mean, with what I have, and I mean, I get really cold and wet sometimes. But I mean, I like to skateboard, and that's how I get to school.
Okay, what's your input on that, Mr. Fet?
Well, I mean, we do live, 2 to 3 parsecs away from the school, so he does have to leave a little earlier, but he's been pretty uncomfortable with the cars and buses and the such, so I support him in that.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely understandable. We definitely get that, but we're trying to think about the future. We're trying to think about college, right? So that's our goal. So do you have any options or any ideas on where you want to go to college?
I just anywhere to get it to do art.
For art.
Yeah.
Well, your Dagobah Community College, the college with the art program that I spoke of, is a couple of parsecs away from here, in the opposite direction of your house from what I can tell. It'll take quite a long time to ride there on your skateboard. So we might want to investigate a bus route, if you'd be comfortable with that.
I don't like cars or getting and moving cars.
Okay. Could we maybe find a bus route that you may be comfortable with if you chose it? And this is by no means something you have to do. If you rode to the college early enough, you could make it. It's just quite a long ride, and in the winter months, it can be a little hard.
Maybe.
So,
Well, Jason, you may have to just leave a little bit earlier if you want to skateboard, but you're going to need a backup plan, because if you're going to show up to college late every time, you're going to end up having to go to Stormtrooper Academy.
I don't want to go there.
So how about we do this? How about for the next year, while you're still here in high school, how about we work on this in my classroom during study skills or during our time we have in this special ed room? How about we work on creating this plan for you, this backup plan, whether it be maybe a bus or a motorized scooter or something like this, so that we have this backup plan, and maybe by this time next year we can have a solid plan created.
Okay.
Do you think that sounds all right? And then that can give you some more time to maybe see what you're comfortable with and see what ways you could make it maybe to Dagobah.
Okay.
You think that sounds all right?
Sounds good. As long as I get to draw.
Okay, great. And that's where we can make it so that we can go to Mr.
We'll make it
Skywalker's school.
That sound good to you, Mr.
Sounds like a plan.
Mr. Fet?
Great. So it looks like that's all we really need to discuss today. Do you have any other concerns or questions for us?
No, I think you guys are doing a fine job. Fine job.
Well, we like Jason and we have high hopes for him, and we think he can make a lot of himself if he chooses to do so.
Yeah, you're doing really great, Jason. You're really excelling in your schoolwork. You're really keeping up on task, and we're looking forward to seeing your progress for the next year.
I look forward to seeing you when you get up to the collegiate level. I'll give you your first tour.
Thank you.
Well, thanks everyone for being here, and may
May the
Force be with you.